Hello, my name is Father Andrew Apostoli. I'm a member of the Franciscan Friars of the Renewal, and it's my pleasure to be with you in this series, which is going to focus on Catholic belief in Jesus in the Most Blessed Sacrament and our devotion to Him. The entire series is entitled The Holy Eucharist, the Greatest Love Story of All Time. This particular talk is going to focus on the Holy Sacrifice of the Mass and the mystery of our redemption. I took the title for this series from one of the beautiful phrases or sayings of Archbishop Fulton J. Sheen. He used to say, "The greatest love story of all time is contained in a tiny white host. It's the love story of God for each one of us, the love that Jesus had for us." Remember when he celebrated the Last Supper with his apostles, he told them, "It is with great desire and longing that I have desired to eat this meal with you," because he was going to give us the gift of his very body and blood to be our food and drink. He could not wait to give us this beautiful gift. You know, Pope John Paul II wrote a wonderful letter on the Eucharist, and he said of the Eucharist that it is the source and the summit of the Christian life. And for Catholics, this is so very, very important because our devotion to Christ is at the center of our love for Him. Now, this devotion has actually three parts. The first part will focus on the sacrifice, and that's the Holy Sacrifice of the Mass. This talk will be about that. But there are two other aspects of Catholic devotion to Jesus in the Eucharist, and that is Holy Communion and Eucharistic adoration. Let's focus, though, now today on the Holy Sacrifice of the Mass and the mystery of our redemption. You know, Catholics many times do not realize that in every single Mass, the mystery of the redemption is renewed. You know, the death of Jesus is the central act of our redemption. He died to take away our sins. He offered himself as a victim on the cross so that you and I would be freed from our sins. And he became the price, so to speak, of our redemption. We should have suffered these things, but Jesus suffered them for us and obtained for us the grace to be freed of our sins and to merit eternal salvation. And it's so in the Mass, we renew in a very special way the death of Christ. Not that he actually dies anymore. Jesus is now in glory. He is risen from the dead, and he can no longer die, he can no longer suffer. But what he does in the Mass is he renews the offering of his love for us on that, as he offered that love on the cross.